Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a shoulder and tricep day. And again, as you guys know who follow these vlogs, I have two tricep days. Since I do heavy pressing on 2 different days, I go ahead and add tricep work on those. So my chest day gets it and then my shoulder day gets it. So I started off with a standing barbell press, and I've decided, I'm just going to do these wide grip. Standing, do them wide, do them bodybuilder style. So that means we focus on just making sure we touch the chest on every single rep, a fairly wide grip. And this way it carries over to being an upper chest exercise. Obviously I'm doing it for front delts, doing it for upper chest so that it carries over to my incline. Now, because I am focused on the power building and really the bodybuilding side of it, I'm only doing a little bit of heavy work on my big 3. We're really focused on that upper chest area. So this will carry over into making sure that that area continues to improve. Now, obviously my arms are my weakest link as I continue to get leaner and leaner here. Again, coming back from being a heavier power lifter. So with that said, the arms have to be a priority. So you guys are gonna notice my arm volumes are very high. We do a lot of pump work for arms. Okay, a lot of pump work. And again, the reason for that is because I need them to come up. Quite frankly, they're my weakest link. So we do a lot of tricep, bicep work, and then I'm even doing direct forearm work for all the muscles. So we're working all of those angles. But in the meantime, shoulders are also a big priority. I need my rear delts and stuff to come up. Again, as I continue to focus more on aesthetics and physique. Obviously, the loose skin is doing a little better. Keep in mind, for those who are unaware, I have loose skin from being over 300 pounds previously. It is actually improving. And I feel like just continuing to get leaner, keeping the protein really high, antioxidants in my diet's high, it's going to continue to improve. But I notice, as I lose body fat, it does improve. And I've seen the difference when I've done water cuts for meets. It's actually quite a bit tighter at my weigh-in times. So we know that that's the secret, and I feel like it's going to continue to improve here, but I've got to get leaner. And I've had people saying, Jason, you're lean enough, you look good enough. I'm like, no, not for a competitive fitness environment online. I've got to get leaner. I got to get deep abs, need to trim that waistline down smaller, got to bring those arms up. Obviously, things like my legs, things like my back, all of that is on point. But some of those show muscles that guys care about, I've got to bring them up. So there's going to be a lot of pump work. But again, even though there's all this pump work, we still go heavy. Squat, bench, deadlift, incline, those are all going to be heavy. All right, they're all going to be heavy. We're going to be doing a lot of heavy work on those. Well, not a lot, but a little. So that still gives me that extra muscle density. So I'm one of those people that say you shouldn't do just pump work. You're not going to get the same muscle density and everything. But I also have decades of heavy lifting. So again, I do have that density, as people notice under there. You're starting to see a lot of it as I get leaner. So we did sets at 8. 8 was about my limit with that wider grip on the standing press. I want to get those up to 10s. Till I get those to 10s on that weight, I don't think I want to increase it much. I mean, I might go up and do it. But I'd love to get that heavier than my body weight again. I'd love to get a max on that back of 225 plus, but we'll see. We got to worry about just the muscle. So for this upright rows, I kept them really light still. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on getting the bar up as high as I can, full range of motion, which means I'm taking the weight down. I can do good sets with 135, but they come up just to my chest with that wide grip. So I want that really close grip. I want to just take everything through the longest range of motion that I can. I don't have really good ranges of motion in my shoulders as I've gotten older, so I want to work on that under load. Like training, it's like stretching doesn't do anything at this point. It doesn't work. But resistance training can. So I did supersets here though. So all my tricep work got supersetted because I go harder on the triceps at the end of my chest day. On this day, I'm liking to work on them just as supersets. I think it's the best use of my time so that I can get this workout really short because it's a lot of volume. Because we're doing 12 sets for shoulders. That was a dumbbell rolling and hitting the camera, if you're curious why it vibrated. Because I set them over there because I'm supersetting the triceps. So these are all like 15 rep sets. But again, seeing that chest density there from all the years of heavy benching, you can really start to see it coming out. But I want to keep bringing that upper chest part up. So that incline work's going to be a priority for me. So I do dumbbell and barbell incline after flat benching on chest day. But we did supersets here. And this used to be a heavy weight for me on these extensions. Now I'm cranking out 15s. So this was 15s on both the upright rows and these incline extensions. And I'm doing most of my tricep work is going to be these deeper stretch movements. Why? Because I do a bunch of pressing. I do flat bench, incline bench, dumbbell bench, or dumbbell incline on chest day. I do overhead pressing. We got tons of pressing. I need my tricep work to make sure I work that long head. That gets neglected. So we want those stretch position movements. So we did those as supersets. Same thing here. Laterals, I've been working with the heavier weight, but I dropped down to just these dumbbells, see if I just got 15s today. And I may go back because I was able to get 12s with the other, but I also feel like I cheat just a hair more to get that. With these, I felt this was a little stricter, and I ended up getting 15s to really get it to close to failure. But again, getting that extra volume and getting that pump in, and it's still difficult, challenging sets, which in theory progressive overload. So I didn't normally used to do 15 even with those. I was doing 12 or 13 when I was using that sort of weight last. And then I did supersets with that with my high rep band press downs. So with the band press downs, this is just a finisher. We're getting tons of pump work in, right? We're chasing the pump, getting the tendon health stuff in. So that's a lot of what we're doing. So one of the things I want to note, some of my weak links, I'm trying to do some really high rep band work and stuff as finishers. Just like on biceps this last week, what did we do? Really high rep band curls to finish. All right, there you go, me walking away from the camera, no belt on. We can see how the lower back is tightening up. It's still a little bit of loose skin there, still some body fat there. But again, definite improvement. So we just keep getting leaner. We keep getting leaner, guys. That's the name of the game, and it will continue to improve. So again, here, dumbbell laterals again. So superset with that. I don't know how many reps the band press downs were. I didn't count. I just did it till it burned. And quite frankly, because I'm doing all the free weight stuff to failure, because I hit failure on all those extensions, I don't care on this. It is purely just chasing extra metabolic fatigue, trying to get blood flow, keeping those tendons healthy. Because of the training volumes and everything, I do want to make sure I'm thickening those tendons. Okay. And the other thing, all these band press downs really help build my close grip. Remember when I was close grip benching and hit that max at 365 a few years back on a close grip? 16 inches apart, so right there at the edge of the smooths. I was doing tons of the band press downs. So I do feel like they carry over to pressing strength for me. So again, my bench may go up from it, even though I'm benching a bit wider and focusing on chest more. Those band press downs, I feel like, combined with like the floor pressing and stuff at the time, really got that close grip way up for me. So again, also from a powerlifting perspective, not just the bodybuilding side, I want to keep them in for a while. Plus, they're so easy on recovery. But again, I feel like doing all this band work for the arms after all the normal stuff is probably going to be beneficial. Again, purely for metabolic fatigue, improving work capacity, and if nothing else, keeping those tendons healthier. Because I've always been a believer in high rep band work for tendons from my powerlifting days, which are not fully over. I'll get back on the platform eventually. I'm just not going to announce it. If we do it, we're just going to do it. All right, then for the final shoulder exercise out of the 4, we're doing rear delt raises. So doing those on the incline bench to help reduce cheating, turning the pinky up to make sure we are fully activating that posterior head of the delt, because I need to make sure that it comes up. I do feel like that is a weak area for me along with arms, right? So I feel like if rear delt and just arms in general come up, particularly triceps, I'll be in a much better place as I shave the next couple inches off that waistline, right? So again, wanting to make sure that we really isolate those rear delts. Now granted, they get hit with rows, they get hit with my wide grip pull-ups, but I mean, I think that also brings up the point. Someone asked me, like, Jason, you've been crazy strong at rows in the past. Like, you've moved some big ass weight for a lot of reps. Your back is huge, yet your rear delts are a little bit of a weak link. Are we saying that maybe rows are not going to fully develop it? And I think I'm an example to show that, yeah, that is a muscle that it seems like the big movements do not work for everybody to maximally develop it. For some people it does. I don't think I'm one of them, because look at how wide and thick my lats are. Back density, size, thickness, everything crazy. Yet my rear delts are a little bit of a weak link. What does that tell us? I mean, just common sense. The proof is right in front of you because I got lats. I can row like a mofo too. Objectively, looks like rear delts, at least for me, maybe a lot of other people, need isolation if you want them fully developed. And it's just the reality of it. And then we finish up with the neck extensions. On these, I wasn't able to get the reps I've normally been getting, probably because I did all this other work first. But we're in a good place. I mean, again, as long as I continue to do them, we're fine. You guys know why I do neck extensions. It's not really for so much aesthetics. It's more for health purposes at this point, protecting the neck. All right, guys, but really, really happy with today's workout. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.